friends, and welcome to my crafty space. If this is your first time with me, my name is Crystal Idunyate, and this is a place where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. Today I am working on a second project using my physical Allie Edwards Story by the Month list kit. Not Story by the Month. Story kit list story kit. My physical list story kit. So in a video before this one, I kind of walked you guys through some of my pre-planning process and told you just a tiny little bit about this spread, and then worked on one about our family loving the zoo. So this is kind of like a piggyback project, except this is going to go into my daughter's story album, and it is about her love of giraffes. So giraffes are Isabella's absolute favorite animal, and to be honest, I was most inspired by this chipboard piece right here. It says, let me see if I can get you centered. You're on the top of my list, which for her would be giraffes. So what I've got here are the journaling cards that I have already printed my journaling on, some photographs that I have already printed in both 3x8, 4x6, and not 4x6, 3x4 and 4x6. This is a journaling card that came in the physical kit. Let me show you this. So here it is here. And what I wanted to do was to center the words on the card, because I want to use this #1 star piece at the top of it. And I needed this to be down a bit. It wouldn't fit on this one. So I wanted it to be down and just to change a little bit of where the words are. So that is printed on photo paper in order to make it the most like color rich. I did print it on normal paper and it wasn't even close. So I like the rich blue. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is put you guys on fast forward. I will talk you through my process in a voiceover, and I will also read my journaling to you guys during that as well. And then once I finish up, I will slow back down, come back, and just kind of wrap it up, and that'll be that. So this should be a really quick one. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is cut out that on the list card, just trim off the white edges on that, and then I can go ahead and get all of my cards and my photos placed how they're going to be in the album. I like to do that so I can see everything all at once and then determine how I want to embellish the cards and the pictures in this spread. So there is everything. Now I know I want to use that chipboard piece. That is what inspired this whole spread in the first place. I put the #1 star on top of the on the list, and then I also used the tiny little chipboard star on the thoughts to organize as well. So then I'm going to pull out some of the add-on products. I have the faux, what are those called? The pleather embellishments and the rubber embellishments. And then I also am going to use the story stamp set on this as well. I knew I wanted to use the stamps on this spread since I didn't use them on an earlier project, and stamping is one of my favorite things to do. So I really like the way that noteworthy, I keep wanting to call them leather. They are not leather, they are rubber. The noteworthy rubber piece, I liked the way that looked as a title on top of the journaling there. And I like how it pulled in the pink on that card from the circle. So that is going to go there. And then I'm just going to stick down those chipboard. This spread I had a much easier time like making decisions and committing to them. I don't know. The spread that I made earlier in a previous video, I really struggled figuring out what to stick on my my spread embellishment wise. So it was nice to have this one be easier for me. So these, they would have fit in there, but it just would have been a little bit harder to get those 3x8 photos all the way down in that page protector. So I ended up trimming off a little bit of each of them just to make sliding it into the pockets easier. So that is what I'm going to do right here. Yep, see, so that was so much easier than it was before I trimmed it. And then I've got this backside. So I was sitting here thinking, there I am tapping my fingers, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I was sitting here thinking about what I could do to jazz this page up a little bit, make it more fun. And I took a look at that card that I'm working on right now that I'm putting the noteworthy embellishment on, and I really liked the geometric kind of like modern feel with the like triangles and circles and rectangles. I liked the layering of all those bits and pieces. So I decided to grab my stamp set and grab a bunch of my colored inks. I have 2 tins there on the bottom left side. One is filled with the Tim Holtz Distress inks, and the other one is filled with archival inks, just the tiny ones. So I pulled out ones that I felt would match the colors in this kit. So I've got mustard seed is the yellow. The orange is, I believe, carved pumpkin. The green that I've got there is Lucky Clover. The red is candied apple. The pink is picked raspberries, I think is what it's called. Yep, that's all of them. And so I stamp all of them with the little triangle piece just to make sure the colors match good enough. I decided against that pink one. It was just too bright. And so then I remembered that I had some pink Scrapbook.com inks too. So I grabbed over the 2 lightest ones and decided to stamp those out, see what I thought. And this one, which I believe is Pink Lemonade, was perfect. So I kept that one out. Then I'm going to stamp some circles. At this point, I wasn't 100% sure where I was going with my stamping, just that I really liked all the shapes and I wanted to give myself some options. And then right here, you saw me point at the on the list card. I decided to grab out this dark blue, which I believe is Midnight Blue from scrapbook.com. And at this point, I had like a, what do I want to call it? Like a light bulb go off that why don't I use this tiny triangle to like combine the shapes to create a bigger triangle, and then I can mimic that card up in the top. So that's what I did. So I stamped out a bunch of triangles. This one, the reason I didn't stamp that last one is because I didn't want to get ink on my table, and I just was too lazy at that point to pull over an extra piece. Plus, I wasn't 100% sure this is what I was going to go with at this point. So then I have that blue one, and I decided to do another one in yellow. So I'm going to make another one of those big triangles using the little stamp, but with yellow, and then I'll get that cut out. Sorry. So I guess while I am figuring out this layering process, let me go ahead and read you guys my journaling for this page. So the noteworthy card, or the card that I put the noteworthy embellishment on, I wrote, "Ever since Isabella was a baby, giraffes have always been her favorite animal. She loves going to visit the giraffes at the zoo and always has her baby giraffe everywhere she goes. It is super cute." So that's just a little bit of journaling about her love of giraffes. Then on the opposite page, where I have the green thoughts to organize journaling card, on that card, all I did was write some like fun facts about giraffes. So I've got the giraffe family at the Detroit Zoo is 4 strong. There's the dad, which is Jimbari, which means brave one. The mom is Kavuli, which means shadow. The brother is Mempenzi, I don't know, which means love. And the sister is Zawadi, which means gift. Those are all names in Swahili. I say the giraffes are reticulated, which means they have white lines in between their brown spots. Giraffes' tongues can be up to 22 inches long, which makes eating 16 to 20 hours a day a breeze. Giraffes rarely sleep more than 20 minutes a day, which means they spend a lot of time together as a family. Reticulated giraffes can grow up to 18 feet tall and can run up to 35 miles per hour. And giraffes make their homes in the African grasslands. So, yeah, it's just some fun facts just to have in here and I guess help document our love of giraffes and specifically Izzy's love of giraffes. Okay, so I went ahead and stuck down those triangles, and I also added some rectangular elements. I have the chipboard piece that I have on that picture of Isabella. It's that lighter pink color, and it says, "Let's do this." And then I also have the cardstock sticker that says, "These moments were the best." Then I went back to the first page here and decided that I wanted something layered over here as well, just to bring that layering effect to the beginning of this spread. So I cut out a couple of triangles in different colors. I have this orange one, and then I will cut out a red one, and then a couple circles just to figure out what I like the best. I definitely liked the pink there. And then I cut out this red one, right? This triangle, and stuck it up there and was like, oh no, that's like Valentine's Day. I can't do that. I mean, I could do that, but I didn't. And then I grabbed back out that midnight blue and I stamped some of the lines onto the pink one just to give it some added pizzazz. And then I will stick it all down, trim it off, and I believe that pretty much finishes up this spread. So I'm going to stick everything in the pockets, and then I'm going to skip over me cleaning up my desk space. Oh, you know what? Before I get there, I did want to stamp the year onto this journaling card just so I could remember in the future when I documented this. So I have this stamp from Feed Your Craft called Weeks to Months, and it has a tiny itty bitty little year stamp. So I just pulled that out, stamped it there on the triangle, or not a triangle, on the rectangle. I do know my shapes, I promise, and called that good. So I cleaned up my space and I skipped over that so you guys didn't have to watch me like clean everything up. And then this is Isabella's story album. So it's just going in here. I'm going to get everything in, and then that will be that. Okay, so there we are. This one is now done too. This one I had a lot of fun with those stamps. Here, I'll pull it over. I really liked all the circles and the triangles and the like dots and the stripes and all of that stuff. And when I saw those, I knew that it would be fun to create a mod pattern, especially once I saw this card. So I just wanted to create some like repeat of that to fill in some of the blank space. So this was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and maybe we'll document which animal is at the top of your list, or maybe your child's list, or just something that's at the top of your list. And I think that pretty much does it for today. Thank you for being here, and until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. You know what I forgot? If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment or give me a like, or feel free to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy content like this. I have a lot more coming your way. And now I'll close out. So until next time, have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.